Hey guys, this is part 2 of In the City. If you didn't see part 1, go back and hit that up first.
Okay, now everyone goes to the garret and we meet Nick, Yvonne's husband, which clearly, as we see in the coming attractions for the show, they're going to be in some trouble, these two. When you don't have good communication as a couple, I think this is a real problemo, short term, middle of the road, long term. When they first got married, Yvonne said, I figured we would start trying for a kid pretty immediately.
Yeah.
And she said, I noticed every time I would bring up the subject, he would change it. He would evade the topic. And clearly he's not wanting to have a kid right now. And totally fine, bro. You don't have to have a kid right now. What you have to do is talk to your partner about it. You can't just, it's not like an earring of hers that you lost. We're like, oh, maybe she won't remember it. Or I'll just replace it with another earring and she'll be none the wiser. No.
Was it you that told me that your dad got your mom 2 different size diamond earrings?
Yeah, because Jerry Delvescovo gave him a deal on
it. Yeah, you get a deal.
And he also got my mom that Christmas an alarm clock from my grandmother's basement. Not the good gift giver that a girl dreams about.
Yeah. My dad got my mom a vacuum for, I think, Valentine's Day. A vacuum. Because, well, you said you wanted a vacuum. Right. We need a vacuum. I was speaking that out loud.
Was this your dad or your stepdad?
This is Eric. This is my stepdad.
Okay.
And then a card that said, don't kiss your honey when your nose is runny. You may think it's funny, but it's not. That was a double wham. He got that card and that gift on Valentine's
Day. The same day?
Yeah.
The same Valentine?
What's wrong with the card?
Listen, it's funny now, but at the time when you get it with a vacuum,
no.
And I think all she said that she wanted was a leather jacket or something, and she was like,
layup. Yeah. Oh my God. No, I literally would have just started crying and been like, this can't be happening.
Yeah.
Oh God. Okay. Anyway. All right. So that's them. We learned that they're very close to Lexi and Andrea. They got married around the same time. Then we go over to the couple of doom, which is Kyle and Amanda. They're coming out of the subway
in her raincoat.
Amanda looked like she just ate a pile of poo. Just the grossness that she was holding in her mouth, the sour look everywhere. And they get 2 steps before she just says, I can't do this. I don't want to go. I don't know what you want from therapy. You were out till 4 a.m. the night before, which I would imagine is very annoying.
It's old news, bitch. Get over it. Like, you're telling us this story as if like we haven't heard this. Like, this is a thing now. And also, I want to tell you, this is no longer like some Bravo Leb showing up at like a party to like, spin the 1s and 2s for 5 minutes and take a couple fan photos. Like, this is a career now. He's been very clear about it. This is not going away. And nobody honestly cares anymore because you sound so spoiled. He's paying for everything. And like, I think that this is turning over a nice profit at this point. And this is the most tired story. How long have we heard about this DJ
Because he's
bullshit?
not paying attention to her, though. Like, it's like at Loverboy, they worked together, air quotes, but at least hung out. Like, she got to go to work, like, bring your daughter to work day. So, like, and he would still pay attention. She was the boss's wife, Now she can't participate and he's gone. He's not paying attention to her. And I think it has nothing to do with the money or the DJ. It's that she's not being pampered anymore. She's not being, taken care of. And no one's paying attention to her.
I just think it's so convenient that she gets to have this excuse. And like, to me, it's tired. It's not working anymore. You're not going to get the like sympathy that like, I mean, I never really gave her a ton of sympathy regardless, but like, you're definitely not getting, now you're just annoying everyone because it's not new news.
I wonder if, because this is, I think, as you're saying this, I'm replaying how I got here emotionally with these two. And I was always looking at it from Amanda's side because Kyle's behavior was so loud, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's one of those things that a gas leak will kill you quietly.
Yeah.
And that's Amanda, okay?
Yeah.
And but the train barreling down the train tracks is going to kill you immediately. It's loud. You know it's coming.
He's just on fire, and she's got the poison that she's going to put in your drink.
Correct.
Like, one of them looks a lot scarier because you're not seeing the other one.
Yes, and I feel as though since his actions were so loud, and we would always take Amanda's side, you know, you should look at your drinking because you're not even like when he gets drunk, it's not a good look. And it is that thing that I said last week that it would make me feel very unsafe. And I am turned off by that on a myriad of levels. But I conversely, if we flip it and say, okay, well, what have you done for me lately, Amanda? Has she tried for 30 days to be the partner that because I just believe that like you could do anything for 30 days. So just try around and find out.
Yeah.
And have you tried I'm going to wake up every morning and get more on a schedule that suits our relationship. And I'm going to make sure that the bed is made. If he's going out and making the lion's share of the income, I'm going to do stuff around the house that I know is really important to him. I'm going to make the bed. I'm going to be on it with the dogs. I'm going to make sure there's no dishes in the sink when he comes home. I will make it a point to have a date night. I will also make a point for us to have some form of intimacy at least once a week.
Yeah.
If you're only doing it for 30 days, up it to 2 to 3, right? See, because you did used to like having sex with this person. At least that's what it looks like on the show.
Yeah, it seemed before she got a ring.
As she's saying all of this stuff, like you never change, you're doing the same stuff. You've also never changed.
Yeah.
Or you did change, but you went more in the direction of isolation, totally freezing you out sexually. And so now you guys are just at a stalemate. And quite frankly, Kyle actually, to what you said, Amanda, he did never change. He never changed from the moment you met him to now.
Her things are more accepted by society. Like, he's the one you see a guy that's like wasted out, you're like, he's out late and he's wasted. She's just quiet at home and completely closed off and not someone that he can rely on, not someone that he can confide in, not someone that's going to be there and like ready to talk about how his day went or like whatever happened in business or in any of it. Like Mike and I also have very opposite schedules, and like I should do better by like I work through the night. Even when I don't, I am so mostly that like I can't just like, oh, because since I'm off by 9, I guess I'll go to sleep now. Like I'm still going to be up until 2 or 3, just like relaxing, which is, I love that. Don't get me wrong, but like I'm still not going to be a person that's asleep and then up at 6. Whereas like he gets everything done in the morning. He is someone who wakes up on the days he can sleep in. He wakes up earlier on his days off than he does on his days that he has to go to work because he wants to get up, make his coffee, sit outside, think his thoughts and like figure out like whatever. And if I were to be up at that time too, we actually might conquer a lot more of the day together and like get shit done off the list. But like that opposite schedule doesn't really work. And I just don't know, like I'm an editor. So like, I know that like I know that she's not doing, I know that she doesn't have to work at night. She's choosing to be in bed at 8 o'clock. And like, he's not a guy that wants to go to bed at 8. Like, it's just, she's made her choices and they seem so much nicer than the choice to, I want to like, you want to go down to the pub down the street and just like get a IPA and like just sit and talk. Like that sounds incredible to me. That does not sound incredible to someone who just wants to like get in bed and cozy up and have the dogs and like be asleep by 8:30 and
100%. But she, she needs to get out of her comfort zone.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. And hers just looks better to people than the guy that's out down the street at the bar. When really it's nothing, but it's just like, it's just societal, like she's just kind of gotten away with like completely doing the exact same thing that he is, but just in a different, in a quieter fashion.
That's right. She's ignoring the relationship and his needs as much as he is probably ignoring hers. Yeah. Or that's what it seems like.
And I'm sorry, but like his just seems more fun. Like it just seems more fun to live his life than it does hers. Well, also, like she's so boring.
He is making money.
Yeah.
I can't. If he was out every night that, every night that ended in, or what's that, like every day that ended in Y, and just pissing the night away, coming home at 4 a.m, Yes, I would. That is grounds for divorce.
Yeah, and she can't pay. Like, I need to pay the Amex bill.
Yeah.
Like, do you have any money that, like, if that's a thing,
Yep.
then like totally different situation. But not only is he making money, going and doing those things is actually what is like. He works in nightlife. He even when he didn't work as a DJ, he still sold liquor.
Yeah.
Like that's still nightlife. It
That's
still
right. Like
is
a new
like
bar picked us up. I should go over and say hi, shake hands, hold babies, whatever.
Yeah, all that shit. And she just didn't give a flying shit about it. And the way when we'll get there later, it's a flashback from later, but there's something that she says that I'm like, it's exactly what we always thought. So I'll wait.
Okay. Ooh, I'm excited.
Well, it's very simple, but still, it's just is like so telling.
Yeah. Then we've got Kenny, Gavin, the guy who owns the Garrett, and Lindsay talking about when Kevin and Whitney first met. And Garrett was, Gavin was very quick to throw his buddy under the bus, saying, because Lindsay said, oh, how long have you guys been together?
Yeah.
And Kenny says 6 months, but we were very slow to, we did a slow rollout in the beginning. And Gavin's like, because he was everybody else in New York City. He was out being a player with me.
Yeah.
And Kenny said, okay, hold on. My mother was also passing and I was in a really weird spot. And normally I would give someone a pass if a parent is dying. I think you've got more leeway to act out of character. However, that doesn't seem out of character for what the 5 seconds that I've gotten to know Kenny.
Yeah. And it says something in their bios, like it says something about that their beef is going to be that Kenny is like trying to like move into a relationship and that this guy is not, and it's going to cause friction between them. But it seems more like he's just like, no, this guy's going to act like he's Mr. Relationship. But like, I know him like the back of my hand. We've known each other for however long. And like, that's not him. So I'm not subscribing. I'm not liking or subscribing to this.
I'm certainly not telling a friend.
Yeah.
He is probably thinking, bro, I have known you for years. This is who you are. And all of a sudden you're getting on a show and now you're like, I'm a relationship guy. I like to be at home in bed by 10.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to clubs. Blech. Who would want to go there? Instagram models, don't follow them. And it's just, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's a quick about face.
Yeah. He was interesting though. I'm like
Kenny.
The other guy. Gavin. Yeah.
Yeah. I think, like I said, I think that Kevin's got some real potential and probably Gavin also.
Yeah.
I was joking that I finally found something in common with Lindsay. I also, when she was having this line of questioning, I also related to her because I am that person. If someone's, how many times have you been out with me where someone starts saying something, I'm like, that's kind of a bag of bullshit.
Yeah.
She said, for a woman to move across the country without any promise of a commitment or whatever, that's a really big deal.
Yeah.
And Kenny, because the lady doth protest too much, jumps in, what are you talking about? And starts kind of throwing it back at Lindsay. And Lindsay was just like asking a bunch of other questions. And he said something that made my head want to explode. He's like, I'm getting I hate men vibes. And it's like, no. You just showed your ass and 100% of who you are.
Yeah.
She doesn't hate men. She's asking questions that a man would answer one way and a boy would answer another. And you're a f***ing boy. And that's why you can't give the answer that a man would give, because you're not going to sit here and say, my intentions with this woman are that I want to be with her long term. She is moving out here with the promise of a future. We've talked about it. Here are our timelines. Yeah. Because none of that has happened. You've found a hot chick that you think is going to be able to, like, this is going to be your new life and she's going to be the housewife that you've always dreamt of. And it fits your narrative. And none of the real life shit has been discussed. And that's what Lindsay's calling you out on. And she doesn't hate men. She just hates jokers.
And it's not even that he's a boy. He's like a basic bitch boy. Like, that is like the most basic bitch line to like, listen, motherfucker, Lindsay is a many things. But like, that's what you chose to call her, was a man hater.
Yeah.
Like, she's got way more problems. You're sure to see. And I love Lindsay, but like, it was just so like, you didn't even try on that.
Yeah.
Like, you just seem so formulaic, so like cookie cutter. That's all you got. Like, that's just like a boner killer for me to like hear such a bitchy, stupid line that you've heard a bajillion times, from idiots.
Your bullshit's just transparent and she can see straight through it and she's calling you out and you don't like being called out. Period. That's it.
And I like that she didn't even answer like, no, I'm just allergic to men who are like, she said something else, but I'm glad she didn't say like just something equally as basic, like men, non-committal men or men who can't say what they want.
Yeah.
She said obnoxious because that's really all it was. Like you just said something so stupidly obnoxious and whatever.
Yeah, I agree. Also, he was saying I don't think Whitney was there yet, but he was, I'm just wondering if I'm in love with her. You don't wonder if you're in love with someone. When you're in love with someone, you know pretty quickly.
Yeah.
You don't need 6 months. If I was with a man for 6 months and he was still pondering the question of, do I love her? I feel like you don't.
Yeah.
I'm going to answer this for you. You don't. That was wild. Kyla Wives, sans Amanda, says she's not coming. Lindsay and Kyle sit and talk. He does feel a bit like fragile in this conversation. And Lindsay said something that it didn't annoy me. It's just like the sentiment behind it annoyed me because she says, therapy is intense because you're unpacking years and years of stuff that you never dealt with. And to which I wrote, this is why I always say a couple should, or human beings should always be dipping in and out of therapy. I don't think you need to be in therapy 3 days a week for it to all of eternity. But yeah, once a quarter.
Yeah.
Let's just dip into a therapist's office, talk about, even if we're doing good, if we're not doing well, let's just talk about it so that you aren't 10 years in unpacking something that at this point, it's so broken. Like, you know when people break a bone and they don't let it heal right and then you're just screwed? That's what happens when you don't have this fluid line of communication. And guess how you get that? Through gaining the tools in therapy or in some reflective space. It doesn't have to be therapy. I'm very pro therapy, but neither one of these people are doing the individual work on themselves or going to therapy together. And also, it doesn't matter if one partner's doing the work on themselves and you're not. Then you just have like one overdeveloped leg and one leg that's an atrophy. And newsflash, they got to work together for a symbiotic bodily relationship.
When Amanda does say that like she feels worse after therapy, I'm like, I've never heard that before. And like, I understand that like you're going and then in the beginning, like it can be really horrible, but like it usually like fairly quickly gets better after they've been going for so long, on and off together, apart, like whatever. She just seems like everything is to like check something off the sheet. Like, nope, tried it. Only made me feel worse. Like,
but also I'm assuming this is the same therapist that told them, where's the part where you guys fell in love?
Yeah.
And then told them, you guys hate each other. So the third thing they should have said was, you guys need a divorce and just stop coming to me. Stop wasting your time. Stop wasting your money. You two don't need therapy. You need a divorce attorneys.
Yeah, I got the producer CC'd me on the call sheet. And it looks like you guys are splitting up in 6 weeks. So why don't you just save yourself some time and call it a day?
Do it now.
Yeah.
There's this woman, her name is Pat Allen. I think she's a therapist, but she's like a famous relationship coach. And she wrote this book called, I'm 99% positive, called Getting to I Do. And maybe I should read it. Anyway, and she will see couples, but she will only see them for 3 appointments. And at the end of 3 sessions, she tells them, she asks like, okay, do you want to know if you're going to stay together or not? And you can say no if you don't want to hear it. But Shane and an ex-girlfriend of his saw her and she asked and they were like, yeah, let us know. And she said, you're not. And I'm going to tell you the reasons why. And they were like, okay, thank you. And they walked out of there and they were like, she is so wrong. And then a few years later, they broke up and they were like, funny story, Pat. You were dead on balls accurate. And so I just think that Kyle and Amanda would have benefited from Pat Allen, 9 years ago.
Yeah.
Danielle and Owen walk in and she looks great. She looks really healthy and seemingly happy.
Yeah.
Lindsay clocks her coming in. And Lindsay right away goes over to Yvonne and is like, I have no bandwidth for this person. I'm not going to fake it. And Danielle is very bullish. So she, come hell or high water, was going to come up to Lindsay and ask for that call sheet lunch.
Yeah.
And Lindsay says, can I think about it? She was nice to her.
Yeah.
But Do you think they will end up going to lunch?
I mean, I think that they're going to have to because I just think that's the gig.
Well, they also do because they show it.
Oh, okay.
So there's that part.
Like they have a ton of history. Like I think that Danielle just needs to fess up to her and say like, yeah, I inserted myself and said some things that like, I don't know, just maybe like weren't something that like they were things I thought I was being honest, but like you were in a like. I'm talking about the spot that you're in. Why am I piling on? Like, that's not okay. Like, that should really be the end of it. And I think that Lindsay would get over it after that. But like, that's what Danielle needs to say is like, I said some shit that like nobody wants to hear, especially your best friend. So I'm sorry about that.
Would you think she would get over it? Like, I get what you're saying, and I don't think you're wrong, but I think Lindsay hearing that, like, oh, I said something I shouldn't have said, I did it for this, that, or the other. Lindsay would be like, no, I know why you did it, bitch. That's why I'm never speaking to you again, because I'll never be able to trust you. My friends would never do that for a TV show or a whatever, or, you know, they would never be that desperate.
Well, I don't want her to like tell her like why I think she did it, which was to get back on the show. But like what I know about Lindsay, if nothing else, is that just like what we learned like in the igloo with Carl, like you gotta just shut up and take it. Like just take the heat because and she's not gonna stand up and give you a big old hug right in that moment. But like she needs to know that you f***ed up and that like. And that's it. That's actually all she needs to know. And then you might get somewhere after that. You still might not, but it's the only way that you're gonna have a shot with her. She needs to know that you're taking like the accountability for what you said, what you did, and your motivation.
I agree, and I also wonder if Danielle says to Lindsay, and just so you know, the reason I was coming in so hot with everything that was going on with you and really wanted to call it like I was seeing it, and be nasty about it is because I was still so incredibly hurt from the whole Carl, you relationship. And I was trying to, it's like I felt as though I saw my friend standing in front of a train that was barreling down the tracks towards her. Yeah. And I wanted to save her. Cause I really do believe that do I think her, intentions were 100% altruistic? No. But do I think they were more in favor of her saying, this is not a good relationship for either one of you guys. All you do is fight. The arguing is gnarly. Maybe take a beat. You're moving really quickly, all that stuff. And I think, because you could say a lot of things about Lindsay, but you can't say she's stupid. She is a very smart cookie. Yeah. And I think that paired with Danielle's just crap behavior of trying to get back at her, saying all the stuff when she was pregnant, even though Danielle was right. Yeah. I think Lindsay would have a little bit more leeway to forgive her because she would understand, kind of wish I did listen to you about the Carl stuff, because then I would have been the one breaking up with him on national television and not the other way around.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I think that would go kind of far with her.
No, I agreed.
Okay, after this, Lindsay and Yvonne go to Georgina's office. They pick up Georgina, who has her closet to go out with everything she needs, her Barbie doctor closet to go from day to night. And I just, again, she's got a case of the f***its, and I'm so here for it.
Yeah, no, I like her right now, for sure.
I also loved her dress. I thought she looked so great.
Harris thought she was like, he didn't like her.
Wait, did you guys cover this last night?
Just like random, like if something would pop in to your mind. Like I think we both thought that like this like pilot was just kind of snooze. But like, I think that all pilots kind of have to be. It's not like you can like start off with some like fight in the street, you know, like, I mean,
totally.
Unless it's like a flashback and then, okay, 6 months earlier.
That's right. Usually that's with like a public person who's decided to do an reality TV show. I actually thought for a pilot, for the reasons that you're talking about, it was a really good pilot because it felt not so learning who everyone is because we have some context from these other people. And I thought they did a decent job.
I think that we're both probably where him and I were kind of coming from was that the Valley has just been so like, okay, you got postpartum. Okay, you hate your husband. Okay, like, is this going to be basically the Valley in New York? Which is like, I would like it better because at least in New York, like it's so expensive that like you can't be lazy, messy, gross, you know, like how our little princesses here can be. Like they can just phone it in all day long and it's fine. I just don't think that you have that flexibility there. Like you got to be on 24/7 if you want to make your mortgage or your rent or whatever.
And also if you live in New York City, even if you're a homebody, you have to leave your apartment.
Yeah.
Because very few people have some 6,000 square foot, and don't even talk about crazy square footage like that, a 2,500 square foot place that it's like, oh, we've got 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, some space. There's no backyard.
Yeah.
So if you want fresh air, if you want to feel like you are not in a cage, you got to leave your apartment at least once a day.
Yeah.
And in LA, you could go, I go days without leaving my place.
So do I.
Yeah. They go out for drinks, and before Amanda's going to join them, but before Amanda gets there, Lindsay's catching them up on the scuttlebutt with Kyle and Amanda. And she says, apparently Kyle has been keeping the spreadsheet of all the money that Amanda owes him. And that's when we flash back to the grocery store.
Yeah.
And Amanda says, we see it was $117,000. She hadn't paid rent in apparently 3 years. And Amanda's like, I paid it. No skin off my ass, basically.
Yeah, no, that was the line where I was like, oh, you don't care about money. Like you don't need it. You've got it from somewhere. I don't know if it's from your family, like from your trust or from your deals or whatever, but like you don't ever have to come up with anything. And so then when you do, it's like nothing because you haven't paid for anything in however long, or the source of it is nothing. You didn't have to do anything for it. So like I've always said, like she just seems like she gives less than no about finance, which like, it's not like she's not going to do the things that she wants to do. It's not like she's not, I mean, her style is horrible, but like, I'm sure that she has some very expensive things, you know, like it just clearly like she does not have to do what Kyle has to do for money. It doesn't mean, so when she said like, it's no, yeah, I just paid it. It's no skin off my back. You just have 117 grand lying around and you didn't pay for anything.
You don't think daddy paid that?
Well, that's what I'm saying. It could easily just be him. So like,
I think she was making good money as an influencer. I do.
Right. But it's like either way, it doesn't
I still don't think she paid it.
Oh, okay.
I bet that chick's sitting on $1 million of influencer money and still got daddy to pay it.
Yeah, I'm not shocked by anything. Amanda's just not she's not a person that can shock me anymore. Like she shocked me that she blew up her whole life over like a troll and like, and had like with America's Sweetheart next to her. Like it just doesn't the stupidity is a little next level, but the self-sabotage does make a lot of sense because she left Kyle. So she didn't, like, I don't think she did it on purpose, blew up her life, but like, I think there's something in her that like, I don't like, it doesn't make any sense. But the other thing in that moment when she says that, another shot from Lindsay that I loved, she goes, well, now I see where the resentment comes from. Because she just didn't pay it for that long. Like, but like also that's weird. Like I do need a little more details about this because like, did he just never ask and you just stopped paying it? Did you not have it? Were you ever supposed to pay it? Because she had gone on a podcast a while ago and it was just like one of the people in our comments like gave us a breakdown that like she went on this podcast and said that Kyle pays the rent and he pays this, that, and blah, blah, blah. And she pays like, if she wants to buy something for the house, if she like wants to get a new couch or whatever, that she'll use her money for like that stuff. It's pretty much just like he pays for all the necessary things. And if she's on a whim with like that's a cute side table, like she'll pick that up on her card or whatever. Yeah. But I still feel like if Kyle's with her, he's probably buying that too. But I don't. So this rent thing was news to me from what she has said on this podcast, apparently, that our viewers
I need more details on it as well. And besides everything that you highlighted, what was screaming out to me was, let's say the timeline was a little off. It wasn't 3 years, it was 2 years, whatever. It doesn't matter. Clearly, at least within the last year, she hadn't been financially contributing to the household.
Yeah.
Now, listen, I have said this many a time. Like, I want to marry someone who is very financially stable. That is important to me, right? She married an entrepreneur that hadn't gotten over yet. She knew what she was signing up for. So if they're in my last relationship with Shane, you know, we were both building our lives up. So we were splitting things, even though Shane would always take the lion's share of everything. Yeah. And if he could, when I started the Urban and the Mystic, he paid every bill for years so that I could start doing that because I couldn't pay myself a salary. Like, he's been amazing like that, but we still had a financial understanding and we could talk about it, right? So I could understand that they have something similar where, you know, he's building his company and she's making good money as an influencer. And so whatever deal they made, great. But then you got to stick with the deal.
Yeah.
And this last year, Kyle was struggling so badly financially. For you to know that and to know how bad his company was doing and still not offer to pay rent and just withhold it so that he has to keep a spreadsheet and ask.
And there's no skin off your back. Whatever, I just paid
That's
it.
right. And it's not like you were also struggling. That is, again, as you always say, diabolical.
$117,000?
And
just
Kyle
sitting on
just
it?
put in $500,000 in his business so it wouldn't go down, and has to DJ to keep himself paid, and you just got 117 grand.
And I'm going to get new hair extensions.
Yeah, what is that, like 20% or something of like what he had to take out?
More than that. 100 grand would be 20%.
But also think about this. If Lindsay was right, if this was money owed over the course of 3 years, okay, $117,000 divided by 3 and then divided by 12 is not a lot of money. It's like $32.50 a month.
Yeah.
You're telling me you just decided to, it's for how much money they make on Summer House and with her deals.
Yeah.
That is a nominal amount of money.
Yeah.
And you just decided to sit on that $3,200 a month and not give it to him when he's struggling.
I know.
What?
I need so much more of this because
Me
I
too.
just, I don't understand.
So much of it doesn't make sense.
Yeah. And I believe it's all true because Amanda's the one that's telling us. So obviously, like, she owed him that money and she paid it for whatever. So I think that's true, but I just want to know how those conversations went every month. If he was like, do you have any rent this month? Or like, do you have anything?
The next thing they start talking about is Ivonne and Nick and the fact that like they're on different pages without having a kid. And Ivonne said told us the craziest story.
I need more details on that too. That makes no sense. This is the San Diego thing, right?
Yes.
Okay.
She was like, I was pissed at him because he kept not wanting to have the conversation. I want to have kids. I want to get pregnant right now. So I decided to go to San Diego. I left for 3 days. No idea. Didn't hit you up. What kind of, Mike thought you didn't come home for one night. And he's literally texting all of your friends about to start a search and rescue. This woman was gone for 3 days. And
I just was wondering who was going to make my breakfast the next morning.
Okay. Well, we know that's not true.
That is not true. But also, this is how I got a cell phone. This is how I ended up with a cell phone. I have a similar story. I didn't have a cell phone forever. I was like, I'm getting a freaking cell phone. And we're talking like into the 2000s. Everybody had a cell phone. And I was like, nope. Went to San Diego. Told my lady friend I was going to San Diego. We were living together at the time. But didn't call for like 4 days. Didn't call, nothing, like nothing. Was driving back and my car broke down and then called. Was like, hey. And she was like, not happy. And we went to Verizon about an hour after I got home. And Mikey got a cell phone.
Mom ain't happy, ain't nobody happy.
Mikey likes it.
Mikey got a cell
So
phone.
were they married at the time?
Yes.
So they lived together and she didn't come home for 3 days and he didn't notice? Or they were fighting and he wasn't going to give in and be the first one to call? Like,
She said
I
he
know.
didn't realize. And then when she got home, she had to tell him, like, you need to know these things because if I did really go missing, you're public enemy number one. You're the prime suspect.
But it all
always
seemed
the
jokey.
spouse.
Like it didn't. None of it seemed real.
it's
even the
really hard to
weird
believe that
edit
somebody-
with him
Yeah.
wandering around the house playing with the kid, being like, "Honey, oh, honey," like it was all a little.
Again, we
too-
need more details.
yeah.
The last scene was talk about ending with a lead balloon. So sad, so want when they go out to celebrate their 4-year anniversary. First of all, this has been the longest 4 years of my life experiencing their marriage.
Yeah.
It seems like they've been married for 25 years because they hate each other so much. But none of this was enjoyable. And Amanda thinks this is the time that I'm going to tell you I'm moving out and I'm getting my own apartment. Like, You have the timing of like an Italian train.
But again, I just have to call this spade out. Like, he did not react like a person who is finding out at dinner that his wife has decided to move out of the house.
Oh, see, I thought he did.
No,
because he
like,
kept stumbling.
like he was just like, yeah, okay. So then and she's like, nope. And he's like, well, if I give my, nope, that's not your, but if and she's like, I've already done it. And he's like, okay. Like, it just was like,
I don't know.
watch it again, you guys.
No, I
Tell
watched
me,
it a
like,
couple times because it wasn't that. It was him trying to. It was him saying like, okay, so if I like, he didn't know we've called this. We've said it from you said that she moved out 12 years ago, but like we all know that from the jump she's out emotionally from this season. She's out. She's gone. That's no secret at all. You don't even need to rewatch the season to know she's out. We talked about it with Harris last night. When she's sitting on the porch, like I told you, like we watched it the first time and you're like, oh, she'd already had this plan. And I'm like, I don't think so. Like, you can just order Uber. Like, that seems like whatever. I watched it the second time and I was like, dude, he was still packing. And she was like, can we talk? And he's like, right now? Like, in his mind, he's still thinking they have a 4-hour car ride. She's like, we don't. My Uber's coming.
Yeah.
I'm leaving you right now on the steps. I'm just doing it in phases. She went to this dinner knowing 100% that she was moving out and that was going to be the outcome of this dinner.
I agree with all of that.
Right.
I just
but
don't
when
think
she
that
said
his
it
reaction,
to him, he was like, he's processing it. He's processing her telling him that by saying, like, okay, so if I agree to this, she's like, nope, you're not agreeing to it. And he's like, okay, well, if I give, and she's like, you're not giving your blessing. And he's like, and she's like, it's done. I'm doing it. And she grins her little shit-eating grin. And he's like, so it's all you. Like, he's forfeiting. He's waving the flag. He's done.
He took him out at the knees.
Yeah,
There was
there's nothing he can do.
He just changed overnight. Like, this is now, these are his responses where it's not like, like at all, like nothing. Like, is he just? Are you guys just saying he's like on empty? He's given all that he can?
No,
because like this is not the dude.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it last night. I think that he's. I mean, listen, nobody knows anything. We're just making shit up. But like, I think that he's having realizations that like, oh, he f***ed this up. This is on him. This is why he's being nice to her. It's why he's not being a dick. It's why he's having these moments of not freaking out, not acting like he normally does, because he's genuinely feeling like he let everybody down. He let his family down. He let her down, her dad down. All the people that were like, I knew this guy was a schmuck. You're all right in his mind. Like,
I would be crying. I would be sobbing. I'd be like, I need to go outside. Like, he was like, then those guys came up and they're like, oh, you guys, whatever. He's like, oh yeah, we're at dinner. Oh, I'm still taking her to dinner. No, this is just drinks. I promise I'm taking it. He was like so jovial. Like, I'm sorry, I don't buy it 1,000%. Like, that shit was fake as all hell.
See, I do buy it, and I'm totally with Mike.
You guys, of course, would buy it. Of course you would.
I also think Kyle, don't forget, Kyle's also the consummate entrepreneur where it doesn't matter that numbers are down and I've let go of 5 people and I just put a $500,000 cash injection in there and I still own $2.9 million on my SBA loan. We are going to have a great season and we're going to make it through. And so I think there's a little bit of that here. I also think he's in shock because she's just there. What slapped me across the face in this scene was the fact that Amanda doesn't give a good goddamn that she's in a partnership. Why? Because Amanda's not in a partnership.
No.
Amanda has checked out of this relationship at least a year ago. And this is why, even if all of this stuff hadn't happened, this is still where she's having major missteps. It's like when we said in the beginning of the episode, when they're sitting on the steps in the Hamptons and she said, I'm going to get a hotel room. And I had said, right, if if we didn't know what we knew now, sure, we'd say like, take your power back and this is really great. Regardless of all the stuff with West TD, you make this move as the move saying, I'm done, we're getting a divorce, I'm leaving. It's why I use the cat and mouse analogy. She's just torturing this guy.
Yeah.
Because she does it, because for some reason she screwed it up. She thought she was going to get this perfect edit. Everyone was going to be on her side because it was going that way.
Yeah.
She never saw it going left. But I think, when someone's doing something illegal, they're so meticulous with the way they're cooking the books and who they're telling and how tight-lipped they are about things and making sure that there's no fingerprints on everything. But then when they've done it for so long, a la a Bernie Madoff, right? You get a little sloppy.
Yeah.
And I feel as though she was doing this for so long and got so good at it that she ended up getting sloppy.
Yeah.
And my biggest note for that scene was when she says, it's not for you to say this. That only works, Amanda, if you're really laying down the law and saying, this relationship is fundamentally broken and it's never going to be able to be healed. I'm out. I don't want to hate you. I want to salvage whatever friendship we could have. We're not going to do it this way. I am moving out and we're going to separate. We will consciously uncouple. We will do it in a beautiful way, but this isn't working anymore. To do it this way is like even if the shit with Wes didn't happen, she's still missing the point.
That's not the face of a guy. That's not the voice of a guy. That's not the eyes. He should be crying. He should have excused himself. Literally 1% more of any kind of emotion about anything. And it just didn't have it. He just
listen, is this the first time Kyle's hearing that she's going to move out? No. He heard it. He's known for a while. They've been talking about it. Sierra told him. She told her. There were he knew this day was coming. But there's a chance that this is the moment. He thought they were going to have a 4-year anniversary dinner because might as well do this one last thing. And she was like, yeah, I'm doing this for 2 reasons. One, to show everybody up who said we wouldn't last 3 years. You're an idiot for even saying that. And 2, to tell this dude you're moving out. What?
Yeah, because in their confessionals, that was the other note I had, Mike, when she said, because we're really just celebrating the fact that no one thought we could make it, or whoever thought we couldn't make it past 3 years. We made it to 4. Such a shit thing to say. And then
also, congratulations, 4 years. You didn't even last 4 years.
That's right. And then Kyle's confessional was him saying, we're in therapy and I think there could be light at the end of the tunnel. They just are on such different pages. And he said in that flashback, if we can't do this anymore, maybe you should move out. So it is something they've kicked around.
From what I watched in that opening scene with him of the timeline of that, the split in January, the rumors in February, and then the bomb dropping in March. And this is 9 days later. I cannot, I feel like a idiot if I listened to them. I would be I'm just eating the slop, just I mean, who are we saying was eating slop yesterday? I can't remember, but it doesn't matter. Let's take the slop out of this. I was so in a space for Kyle, and then I realized something's not right here. This, I think I just got I just got in the moment and got excited thinking it was her the whole time. We cracked the code, and then I really had to take myself out of it for a minute and be I can't buy any of this. I can't sell it to anyone. I can't tell you that I sat there and watched either of them. The only thing I believed was that actually in that moment, Amanda was being more real than I've seen her in quite a bit, because I think that she was physically ill, thoroughly upset, frustrated, mad, sad, angry, rageful, oh my God, and scared and everything. But it had nothing to do with him. It was all about because everyone just found out that she f***ed over her best friend with the guy that f***s everyone over. And this kid is not going to turn out well. And it was just her just so pissed that oh my God, she can't believe that she has to deal with this. It's so unfair that this is happening because I've been the one. You guys know I've been the one dealing with everything. Like, because you cheated. Remember you cheated? You remember? Like, it had nothing to do. And he was just sitting there like, it was physically unbelievable for me to watch his performance in either of those things and think you guys didn't know all of this literally several months ago. Like that. I think it was all along. I think that they always planned this and that the only thing that changed is the West stuff. And it has just thrown a whole wrench in like, now they have to be really good about their beats because they had a plan and then she f***ed up the plan. That's my truth. That's just what I think.
I'll be curious.
But she f***ed up the plan after they'd already laid out and executed the plan.
She f***ed up the plan because I think that her and Kyle agreed on what their summer was going to be. And then when we talk about the beach scene where it's like, no, it looks like he just found out that like she's thinking of moving out. Like he thought things were going great. I believe that he didn't know that she was going to solicit the help of Sierra and the girls in the house to like, I think that they were like, okay, we're going to play out the summer together. Minnie. She just looked at me like, How dare you? Yeah. I think that they had already planned that they were going to do something like that, but like it was on September 9th, on the second shoot day, we're going to do this. And so then when he heard it from Sierra, he was like, wait, she talked to you about that? Like, and then he's thinking, she's going rogue. She's going to try to really play up the victim. We were supposed to leave this house and it was going to be an amicable split. There was not going to be a right person or a wrong person. It was going to be like, oh, we gave it all we got. We tried the therapy. We drove home separately so that you could stay at a place. We tried the 1 month of separation thing and like, we gave it all we got and you guys were all here along for the ride. Like, I think that that's what Kyle thought he had gone in on with Amanda. And then when she went rogue by going, I could really drum up some, like, I'm going to have these side scenes and I'm going to get my friends to tell me I should do this. And then he's hearing about it. Like, you told someone else, like, what else do they know? Like, that is the vibe. That is the energy that I got. I know. Minnie, come on, man.
She's really after something. I think she's trying to get a bug. I think she sees a fly.
I think she thinks she sees one because of the shadows.
Oh, yeah, I agree. I think she thinks she sees one. But how about this? You don't feel when they were on the beach and Sierra said to Kyle, what say you about splitting up for a little bit? He seemed genuinely shocked.
I think the shock was that they talked about it because he realizes that she is doing her own thing. She's having these scenes on the side where I think that they had a plan and now he sees that she's brought someone else into it or maybe did and now they're discussing this thing. Like they talked about that after therapy. That's probably something I should know about because this wasn't the day for that. Like this is supposed to happen. That's supposed to come out on this day.
I'm going to tell you something. If you're right, which you absolutely could be, if Mike and I's take on it is correct, if your take on it is correct, none of it changes the outcome in the sense that he thought, if what you're saying is accurate, because part of him snapping that night when Lindsay was questioning him was because he didn't, if they went into this summer thinking like, this is the plan and this is how we're going to do it. And she goes behind his back to do the plan. Otherwise, you f***ed me. You weren't a real team player. You went behind my back and said God knows what to paint me out to be this awful person. So she's doing him dirty either way. Mm-hmm. If she's having these conversations and he's not aware of them because we haven't talked about it, or they have had this premeditated plan of action and then this comes out, it's still screwing him over and it's still being loyal to just yourself and not your partner. So it almost doesn't matter as far as the result.
Right. I think that he agreed to put on a show for the show, and I think it got away from him. So yes, I feel bad about those things, but what I'm saying is that like I'm not going to be taken in by Kai. I was for a few episodes. I was like, oh my God, I can't, it's all so clear to me now. And then I'm like, I think what's clear is that this just isn't going the way that you guys had planned, and you're probably kicking yourself because like I trusted this bitch again. I shouldn't have trusted her this whole time, and now she's banging this dude, and like, what goes on back here I thought she took off that way.
No, she's behind the wall.
Oh, she went back. Okay, great. God, Minnie, you know I get distracted. So yeah, I'm not going to fall for Kyle being like blindsided about these things. Like I think that they just aren't going how he thought they were going to go, but they never do, Kyle. Every season you think it's going to go differently and you f it up every time.
And I guess, yeah, totally. I think he was blindsided with the Sierra stuff genuinely for the reasons, like not your take. I think when they went to go sit outside, I'm with how Mike said it, where he was still packing up and he said, right now, what are you talking about? And then I do think they spoke about maybe you moving out, especially in therapy, because it has already been brought up. And so I don't think it was the first time he heard it. I just don't think he was expecting to hear it at their 4-year anniversary celebration. Quotes, question mark.
Yeah. But if he had 1% more of emotion on his face, I could entertain it. But it was like, you couldn't even give me anything else, nothing else. Like you should have excused yourself, and you sure as shit shouldn't have talked to those guys next to you. Like literally nothing had just happened. Like your wife of 4 years or whatever, a partner of however many years just told you at your anniversary, you haven't even gotten to the dinner table yet. You're waiting for your table. And like, it just, why are you here? Why are you like, just celebrate that we made it past 3 years? Like even in that confessional, like when I thought that was a contrived answer of hers because we made it past it. So we decided like, no, you didn't. Like, unless you guys have literally just been kind of friends for like, the last like 9 to 12 months. That's what those reactions from the both of them, the way they're talking to each other, that to me is a couple that has been living separate lives on their own for several months. This is not new. This is not a will they, won't they anymore. Like again, it's just me. It's just the vibe that I get. And I can't change that. It's not about me wanting to believe this. It's about, I would feel very like foolish if me personally, like that, if I can't entertain that. I need anything more. And it just wasn't there. They couldn't even muster it up. And maybe they're just that exhausted. Who knows?
I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I could be 100% wrong. But I'll roll the dice.
Yeah.
I have before.
That's all I do. The dice are just rolling all around me. I don't even remember which ones they were anymore.
Joke to volley that back to you, but
I didn't either.
Well, we did it, guys. We don't have commies because this is our first step.
Oh, yeah. And I had told everybody, we're not doing comments tonight because we're waiting for Courtney. And then Courtney got here. And then I was like, so then we'll split it this time and then we'll do comments. And then she's like, we're doing comments? It's a new show. And I said, no, remember we're doing comments for Summer House Night? And she goes, I did not remember that. I'm like, right, because I did not tell you that. So
it happens.
We're doing the Valley tonight, but we thought we would go back and do the Summer House comments because that's what we wanted to do.
Because why not?
I didn't even watch the Valley tonight, so get ready for that.
Wait, you didn't even?
No, I listened to it. Listen, it's been a day.
Wow.
She's had a lot.
LMEUPOS. And I've spent so much time wondering what you piece of shit is, or if it even is that, or who LME is. Anywho, that hug between West and Amanda was not a we're just buddies hug.
That's literally my first comment.
Mine too.
Wow, Bethany. Wow.
Yeah, wow, it's a good one. It was a good one. The one and only T. West and Amanda have been inappropriate this entire time. I've never been a fan of Amanda, and the more I watch, the more I see just how diabolical she is. And I think that is, you speak for all of us. The more we watch, the more crazy.
The more you know.
The more crazy it is.
I want to get some more diabolicalness in my own life.
You do?
Yeah, I mean, I just think like she has a pretty nice life. Way better than mine.
Well, let's see. We don't know how the story ends.
Yeah.
Wait, what are you even saying right now? You want to be?
No, I mean, like, I wish I knew how to maneuver people like that. I wish I had it in me. I wish I had the skill. I wish I had the balls. I would listen, 10% of it, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Keep an eye on all my buddies.
You have friends?
Your friends are not very attractive.
Either is West.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah. Yeah.
Laurel McKillips, I appreciate Kyle normalizing the closet monologue. The office bathroom is my favorite space. Cheaper than a therapist. This was a good whole jobby here. My Brit Shaffy. Go with that one. I used to waitress. I can't tell you how many times I went to the bathroom and had to rage monologue.
Rage monologue.
Yeah. I think there's a couple I cut off too. But people were like, yeah, no, that's totally normal. PCD 8285. I think Ben saw who Amanda was with the way she acted with Sabrina. That's where he decided it was only Kyle he had loyalty to. There's a couple good ones here too. Atonement 7232. Agree. He saw Amanda was a snake. Paula Bolstein. I think Ben saw who she was in Italy. I think she was more willing to cheat with Ben than she wanted anyone to think. And I think Ben might have actually been the one to stop it. He maybe felt sorry for Kyle. And I think Kyle and Ben became close. And maybe Ben saw a lot of what Kyle has been saying. Or saying of what Amanda is like, how she treats Kyle. That's why I think Ben is on Kyle's side.
That, and someone had posted a comment saying it's a very Australian trait. Like,
I got that one right here.
Oh, see, I teach up.
Yeah.
So I had to go get a thumbnail today, so I had to watch it again. And one thing that we missed was at the very beginning, you hear Kyle say, he's like hugging Ben, and he goes, and to think, if you would have never whipped out your dong,
yeah, I had that.
None of this would be happening right now. So like,
we wouldn't be here right now.
Yeah, like
if you hadn't whipped out your dong in Italy, we wouldn't be here right now.
But like what?
Because that went skinny dipping. Remember?
Oh, it's that simple. Okay, yeah. Never mind. Now I read into it.
What?
I was like, seems like there's more details here.
This is where she gets herself in trouble.
My little hattie.
Listen, I mean, it does seem that Ben's wiener was the instigator of the skinny dipping. That's something.
Yeah.
Ava Mathers. Kyle is going to be so happy without her now. I felt so sorry for Kyle. Poor guy. Ben is cool, and he's very Australian, who are mostly very loyal and have their mates back. I'm so glad Kyle had Ben. And seeing they didn't have a prenup, I hope Kyle takes Amanda down with him in the debt department. I really don't know what Amanda will do long-term for money. She's cooked. West has already done her dirty. Well, she has her little trust fund.
I wonder what will happen, though, now that she,
somebody else said, too.
When Kyle and Amanda split, I wonder if their negotiations, like, were based on, well, you're going to be like the queen of the night now. You're going into this like everyone, like you're the toast of the town right now.
When they were divorcing.
I'm just wondering like if that like will have any weight. Like I talked about this at God knows when I talked about this, but I'm wondering if it changes things now that Amanda's probably not going to be on like the pedestal for sponsorships and a lot of people wanting to work with her.
Not Kyle's problem.
It's not his problem, but it until it means alimony.
They don't have a prenup, right?
Right.
Don't think they did a postnup either. I wonder.
A midnup? Did they a midnup?
A midnup?
No,
postnup would be your midnup.
But alimony's out. I mean, listen, I don't know about the state of New York. I only know about. Actually, I don't even know about California. But like, I would assume that like if he's making money, he's going to have to pay her to keep her in the lifestyle she's become accustomed to.
Yes, I wonder how they don't have kids, so there's that, right? I also wonder how it works because he wasn't making money for so long. So basically, what happens is you show this is what my lifestyle was for the last however long, and they take some like aggregate of that. She makes her up. I don't know. I read somewhere that she does very well for herself with her brand deals. So ostensibly, she could walk with very little. I mean, especially if he wasn't paying himself. The company just turned itself around 3 weeks ago.
What if Kyle saw her leaving him way before any of us, a couple minutes before she even saw it, and was like, oh no, I can't pay myself. Oh no, I have to be a DJ. Oh no.
No.
Oh no. Oh no, I can't pay myself.
Listen.
I had to get rid of all my money that I had to put in my business. Oh no, I have no money.
I hope that's what happened.
That's so sad.
No, I'm not even joking. Like he is a bit like if Kyle is nothing else, he is business minded. He is thinking about all that stuff. I'm sure he's constantly looking up like weird tax loops and whatever.
Dude, I want to see his ChatGPT.
Yeah.
I need to see his chats.
No, someone like Kyle's got a guy for that. Like Kyle's like, chat, whatever.
No, he
Actually,
had to
he's
fire
probably
that guy.
ChatGPTing it up too, because he's
Also,
probably like reinforcing, like wanting to make sure you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
I just
Craig
don't think
used
he
to be
would
his guy.
say that his business was 5 seconds away from him filing bankruptcy and him putting in a cash injection. Like, you wouldn't give your business $500,000.
Unless you're trying to get out of some alimony payments.
That's the thing.
Mhm.
No, because it would make no sense.
Makes
like
perfect sense.
You would lay people. I mean, then he would be as diabolical as she is. He laid off 5 people before they split up.
No, because his is a survival. Hers is greed, selfish horniness.
Okay. Well, it would still be not cool. Anyway, keep on with your commies.
Oh yeah, we're in commie mode.
Sorry, I'm so curious how that's gonna work out. Ever since that like laissez-faire, like, oh, I paid him the 117 grand for the rent. Whatever, it's no skin off my back.
Like I seriously, I think her dad paid that. Like I don't.
No, I get it. Listen, all the things.
Easy for you to say. We have come to the conclusion or the realization or whatever you want to call it that she's been manipulating her friends this whole time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Kyle and all of us. Where did she learn that? Mom and dad. She learned how to get mom and dad first. And once she got daddy wrapped around her finger, she probably called him and was like, Daddy, Kyle, blah, 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 blah. Which first I was like, well, then her dad would be so pissed he would never like pay that money and he'd probably try to get out of it. But he'd also just be like, I don't know. He might like. My first reaction was she called dad, and he paid it. She didn't pay it.
Okay, listen. I also just want to know if anybody saw that the in the city premiere, all the shit was going on last night at all the parties, and like just how good it was to see Kyle and Lindsay like at the forefront of everything, and Amanda was just sort of like squawked in the back, like
she didn't even want to show up, which is so pathetic. Girl, you were hired to do a job. You finished that job. I say this all the time. You are only as good as your last day.
Yeah.
I don't care if you were the most exemplary employee this company has ever seen. If you walk in on the last day and torch the place, then that's who you are.
Yeah.
And I think it is such petulant behavior.
Mm-hmm.
You did this.
Absolutely.
This was not something that happened to you that you're so sad about. And God forbid it was some actual tragedy. No. You felt that your needs usurped everyone else's that you work with, including your husband, including one of your best friends. And now, because you're embarrassed by your actions and feeling sad for yourself, you don't want to show up to work?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
Awesome.
That's awesome. That's not awesome. That's going to become something for us. That's got real legs. Yeah, it's that annoyed
no
the piss
pun
out of me.
intended.
But then,
if you know, you know.
But then also seeing Lindsay and Danielle looking a little buddy.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Oh yeah, Lindsay's holding.
I was
her...
like honed in on Lindsay and Kyle, just being like, "Is there something going on here?"
No, I sent it to both you guys. You'll see it. Lindsay's like posing, holding Danielle's baby bump, but like having fun.
Oh, okay.
A tragedy brings everyone together, or a scandal brings everyone together. Well, not everyone.
Wait, what is that? Okay. But what's the other one? It says something.
I don't know.
Okay, honey mustard. No, okay, spicy mayo.
Okay, spicy mayo. That's right. Oh, that's so good. Lindsay.
Lindsay's
Fucking
spicy
Lindsay,
mayo.
man. Who knew? Where are we? This is the Twilight Zone. Lindsay and Kyle, what is my life? Christy Sheeks, is your life looking anything like this? Please say yes. Oh my God, please say yes.
But I think we're starting to come out on the other side of all of this, right? Because now people are getting along again, and we seem to have like rid ourselves a little bit of just the constant barrage of the Amanda Kyle stuff. I mean, the Amanda West DD seeing them out in public, her with the shawl and the Yankees game, and now it's like no, Lindsay and Kyle.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if they got together?
The world's over, like king and queen. It's over.
I am oddly here for that.
Yeah, I know, and I'm saying that as if I'm dreaming, and I'm like, you don't have to worry about this. This is just a dream. This isn't really happening. No, I just said it out loud, and I don't know how we got here, but here we are.
They're both wildly ambitious.
Yeah, Lindsay and Kyle for president and El Presidente.
She wants more kids. he likes to party. She likes to party. They both like sex. I'm smelling romance.
I'm telling you. Harris doesn't agree. He says it's a disaster waiting to happen. And I said, but it would last. It would be a lifelong disaster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's all we're all hoping
I'm
for.
like, hello? Didn't even get it.
No, he doesn't care.
Cheryl Reed. Carl, this is a good one.
I love your commentary on the commies.
What? What do you mean?
It's just so funny. You always go,
Thank you.
oh, this is a good one. Like,
Because I'm usually coming off of you guys yapping for 20 minutes, and then I'm like, oh, right, we're doing a podcast, and I'm in it. Let's see. What do I got to do now? Oh, right, comments.
Yeah, it's
usually
cute.
how
Keep
that
going.
happens.
So cute.
Cheryl Reed. Carl dismissed Kyle's DJing in the exact same way that Lindsay dismissed Carl's software idea when they were engaged. Carl, kind of dickish. Double standards and hypocritical. He was not a good friend in that moment. Not cool at all. And I sign off on that. Or give that
Cosign.
Cosign.
give that one a
Cosign my
heart.
loan.
Yeah. Not
Oh,
doing
is that how it works? Me too.
Yeah.
Hashtag me too.
That's not what that's used for. DVZ
Exactly
Light.
what it's used for. That's how you got your truck, girl math.
That is true.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Come on.
I thought you said hashtag me too.
Hashtag also me too. Sorry, I had a beer, and I'm feeling like slamming another one.
You have another beer?
Yeah, but they're.
I don't care.
Oh my god, I don't think you're gonna like it.
They're so
Don't
gross.
bogart that can,
Oh my god,
man.
I'm telling you.
You
you're
like
gonna be what is
grapefruit
this?
beer?
Because
It's
if you
grapefruit
slam it,
juice beer.
Okay. Let's
That's
find out.
Disgusting.
It's already Memorial Day, right? It's Tuesday. We're close enough.
I don't even know what day it is.
It's Tuesday. I just
We're in production right now, and we haven't been in production in this time of year in 8 years. So I'm like so confused with my life right now. I don't understand what's even happening. I don't know what day it is. I'm not even kidding you.
Yeah, Mike's not going to be here a lot next week.
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
You better look me in the eye.
Wait for
Danny on the Valley. We're doing
I know,
the
and
Valley
I
next.
just keep thinking, what's her name?
This is delicious.
Oh, good. It's also the 8%. Like it's the one that'll get you.
Annie Herman, boy, yoing. Not me. I'm
wait,
800.
she doesn't have the Tesla to drive her home.
Oh yeah, I got the big orange truck.
Oh, we're gonna be here for like 9 hours.
No
Yeah,
GPS
that's fine.
on
I'll
it.
be sober. But by the way, also I have. When an alcoholic tells you that you have a high tolerance, I don't know whether you should be offended or take it as a compliment.
Celebrated.
Shane literally was like, "You have a wooden leg. The way you can put it back."
I love
And I was
that.
like, "Or put him down."
Yeah.
I put him back and put him down.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Mike. Were you doing something? Were you saying something?
Nah.
I love this show.
Yeah,
Right now I do.
It's pretty fun. Pretty fun. Somebody asked the other day, does the man on this show not enjoy doing it?
Sometimes.
Yeah. I think I lied to you in my comment. DVZ Light. The scene was so revealing about the passive aggression of Amanda's silent treatment towards Kyle whilst enjoying watching him melt down, and the hugs and the huge smile on her face. She's a twat face. That's why we call her twat face now.
You call her that. I don't call her.
We all call her
I will
twat face.
call
I
her that. All I wanted to do was, you know what? It was Pat Clark. Someone said something like, "Bless you that you've never had to go through something like this," and it was better than that. It was longer than that. And then Pat Clark replied, "Well said." So I didn't read all the first comment, but when Pat Clark said, "Well said," I'm like, "Oh,
Pat Clark-
fine. Don't kill yourself, I guess."
Well, Pat Clark's our caddy, so she's always giving us the good information.
Clark is our caddy.
Emotional caddy.
Emotional.
I'm her caddy.
What?
Isn't that the person that does the manual
Yeah, but it's
labor?
like the person that gives you all of
That
like those
keeps you
sage
in
advice.
check and keeps you calm, gives you good advice,
Oh,
and keeps you like,
okay.
go here, don't go there. Let's play for the smart shots.
Then why
and-
are
your head
they
on
carrying
straight.
the clubs? If they're bringing wisdom like that, why are they also carrying the clubs?
They're like the Sherpa of
The
the golf
clubs-
course.
well, there needs to be a guy that carries the stuff. Then there needs to be a Pat Clark who tells
That's
you
a lot of people on
sweet
the
nothings
field.
in your ear about what to do.
Well, you got this is the same
Sweet
guy.
everythings.
Same guy. Same guy.
I know it shouldn't be.
Those clubs are pretty heavy too, so can't be carrying those.
That's what I just said.
no, he as
I'm
the
the
golfer can't be
golfer.
carrying them.
Mm.
I am clean. I've never felt so empathetic for a person on reality TV until this episode. I'm sure we've all experienced the frustration of being gaslit and ganged up on in a group setting to some degree. Yeah. Yeah. Poor cow. Poor cow. Womp womp. Cheryl Pearson, who hugs and embraces, kisses her on the forehead, and says, I love you to a married woman. Isn't this against the law? Should
White trash motherfucker.
It should be.
You forgot Pat's advice.
I don't think Pat's here to promote Wes. I think Pat's here for the ladies. Like, I think she's always going to be like, don't judge like women. But when it's dudes, I think she's going to be like, yeah, that guy.
All y'all.
Yeah.
Paraphrasing for Pat.
Slam that. It's going to be exciting.
Oh, really?
God. I'm not going to get to say
Natalie was a
anything.
bad influence. You were
I'm gonna have the
probably
night
a
off.
terror in high school.
Yeah, no, I was the kid that like you were not allowed to hang out with. But that was just because I wore it on my sleeve, where everyone else was like, just keep that on. Like they were
Her
just
best
good.
friend's mom didn't like her until she met me. Mm-hmm. I finally, after 40
What's that
something
saying? Even a broken
years.
clock is right twice a day.
Exactly, exactly.
whatever.
No, because they're big like Hollywood people, so they were like, "Oh, you work in TV? You work in the biz?" That's all it was.
Oh, and I'm pretty nice and funny and charming.
Which wouldn't matter. I'm pretty nice and funny and charming. They were not
Apparently
impressed.
not. Not the type of humor they were interested in.
Yeah, drunken humor.
They like Hollywood humor. Plea 6223. Kyle uses his DJ gigs to get Loverboy into venues. Being a DJ allows Kyle to pay his $3 million plus loan, pay his employees, and market Loverboy. All true, minus 5 of those employees. Oops. Because they had to go. Nikita Maya Cody. Please go back in the earlier seasons. Kyle has mentioned these things in the past. They actually had a specific argument in their apartment about her laziness and not putting in the hours with Loverboy. I've seen through Amanda's BS from the very beginning. I'm so glad Kyle is out of this one-sided marriage. And I know you're going back and doing a rewatch. How far are you now?
Okay, well, because I've got
probably not
two
that
jobs
much further than you were yesterday.
Yeah, I've only it's more of a weekend thing.
Yeah,
or like heavy engraving rotation day. However, I'm gonna comment on that somewhere in the comments. It's crazy to me. We have 8,000 comments to go through for all of these videos, and Mike and I pick the same ones time and time again. It's so interesting.
Great, right?
Like, what are the chances?
I don't know, but I like that.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's bonding for me and Mike.
I know, that's what I like. You guys are of same mind.
Sometimes.
I mean, he's devil's advocate.
See, we're really of the same mind. Because I was just about to say, when he's not D-ing for the A-ing for the D, sorry.
Asking for the dick?
Advocating for the devil.
Advocating for the dick.
Then we're really on the same page. But then this dumb D has to come around and be like,
so
well, if
you and Mike are on the same page, you and Mark
are definitive. We're not. Mark and I aren't even in the same library.
Not even partying together. Not even doing rails in the bathroom.
No.
One time.
No.
Telling stories.
No.
Woohoo!
Oh my God, that's the loudest Mike has ever been on this podcast.
Yeah, Mark
Slam
is
this.
here. It's gross. It tastes like grapefruit juice. It tastes like grapefruit
Listen,
beer.
it's a citrus IPA, okay? It's Juice Force. Juice Force!
Juice Force IPA.
I love Buzz Natalie. This is so great.
We need.
I haven't had a bite to eat all day.
Oh God.
Oh my God, I've had so much tofu. If you poke me, tofu comes out.
I'm going to be eating my bean burritos. Okay, fine. You can have one of my bean burritos. Talk about bean burritos from last night that I didn't eat. Whatever. Carry on.
All that glitters. Kyle has always been a go-getter. Amanda has always been a grifter. Love that. Did you have that one?
No.
I think that is, I'm sorry, I'm going to be quiet.
Do whatever you want.
I think that that's what I'm trying to get of Amanda. Like, not to be like some like diabolical asshole, but like to live the life of leisure. Like to really just like be able to, keep getting the stuff, get the goods.
You didn't take your mom's only advice. If you only date wealthy men, you're bound to fall in love with a wealthy man.
No.
Okay, you said mom's only advice, but all I heard was mom's only, and I was like, mom's only. Is that like an only fan for moms?
Ew.
Gross.
My mom would rock that.
Yes.
If she wasn't so into Jesus.
She's into Jesus.
Sierra's so great.
You don't think Jesus would have a only mom's account?
No.
Jesus,
But didn't
many
Jesus
wonderful
talk
things.
to
He
I
does
just
not
came from a
prostitutes?
lot of church, and I'm going to
Jesus,
let you know something.
no.
I know.
Did you go to a lot of church in Florida?
Jesus?
Yeah, I got to. I mean, I want to be a good family member. And
That's
they
what I'm
asked,
saying. Like
so
they
I
were
went.
like, "Oh, it's Sunday, we're going," and you're like, "Okay."
No, my nephew goes to a Catholic school, so like
Oh.
everything is a liturgy, a
Yeah.
thing or whatever, and you're just like, oh, Madonna mia, get me out of this place. I'll be in the back with the armed guard with the bulletproof vests and the guns, because nothing says community quite like someone who's packing,
See, Catholics are under fire.
playing Candy Crush on his phone.
You said gadu, like it was one word, like Gado, but gadu. And I watched a thing today. I can't remember this guy's. It's like, what's his name? Lil Homie or something. We've seen him before. He's like a Mexican dude, and he whatever. He does a bunch of videos, funny
Does he do
videos.
the workouts?
He might do. Yeah, I think maybe.
And he whistles for. I can't whistle at all. But yeah, that one.
But maybe. But he wears like the little microphone on his hat or like on his whatever. If you saw him, you'd be like,
Different
oh yeah,
Mexican.
that guy.
He's great.
He's hilarious. But he did one today where he's like, he was meeting with a yogi. He's like, yo, yogis are for hyenas, not really for dudes. So we got a yogi hyena here
That's
today.
the same guy then. A lot of hyenas in the guy that I watched.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
And then so it cuts to, and he's interviewing like a girl who does yoga. And they do their whole thing, and they talk for a minute, and she's like, namaste. And he's like, yeah, namaste. This is cool. And she's like, what? And he's like, that's like, yo, I'm gonna chill. Like, no, I'm gonna stay. Like, this is cool. And he does that for like a good minute where she's like, no, it's like a greeting. Or like when you say she's trying to explain, he's like, yeah, no, I feel you. Like, no, I'm gonna stay like and chill with you. Like, we're gonna chill. It was.
Have you never heard that joke before?
I've never heard namaste. Like,
Oh,
nah,
there's
I'ma
literally like
stay.
T-shirts and hats that say like, "Nah, I'ma stay in bed."
Oh, I've never seen that.
Yeah,
Well, he did it funnier.
yeah. I'm sure he did. I'm just letting you know it's out there.
Maybe. Yeah,
be.
right. First time. Haley and Dave. I did not have being on team Kyle on my 2026 bingo card.
Nobody did.
Or even last month's bingo card, but here
Nobody
we
did.
are.
Had that one.
Yeah. And then are those cartwheels, Haley and Dave?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the cartwheels are the IDGAF.
I don't give up.
Oh,
Yeah,
for
it's a
real?
new thing.
Okay.
Listen.
Love that.
Yeah.
And then my last one, so good. You probably have this one because this one's.
I'm sure I do. Is it Johnny
so
Smiles?
good. It is not. NYC 1087. Something I just thought of today. Amanda could have bought her own house if she had any work ethic. This whole time, she could have tried getting brand deals, networking, etc. for her own money. Sierra said she bought a house. Amanda turns and blames Kyle for the reason she doesn't have a house. Once again, telling me she was seriously threatened and insecure by Sierra. She pays no bills, doesn't work, doesn't cook or clean, and has the audacity to blame Kyle for not having a house? That's wild. Talk about greedy, selfish, and entitled. The whole thing was good, but the point of like, hey, you could have bought your own fucking house like everyone else did. What the is your problem?
I did have that comment.
Damn.
Because it was so good. Because I was reading it and I had a moment myself.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, yes,
Yeah.
of course, you could have bought it
Yeah,
yourself.
you could have bought it.
You had 117K just
Sierra
flopping
bought-
around in a bank account somewhere.
Sierra bought like a very specific house. Like the odds of buying that one house and that's it over our house in New Jersey.
And all of the hurdles she had to
Yeah,
jump through.
that's what I
So it was
mean,
like a
like-
blind trust and all of this. Come
Amanda,
on.
F off. Did you have that one? Amanda, F off.
Okay, you're going to have to tell me if I'm repeating some of them because there were just so many.
Listen, we picked the good ones, so maybe they're worth repeating.
That's right. Kayam Clean
Hmm.
or Kia M Clean. Who can say?
You two really are.
I mean, we're comment bonded, yeah. We're comment homies.
CMing.
They're working it out as they go.
Well, I have dyslexia, so it's very hard with some of these names. I'm so sorry.
It's a lot of sound it out.
No, it's okay, keep going.
Today, Junior.
No. When he goes,
What's that?
Billy Madison.
Annual, and they go, the annual from Dumb and Dumber.
Yes.
It's annual.
Or
Oh my
the
God.
one, Philly, when he's like, see that door over there that says pirate? You think pirates go in there? And he's like, the door that says private?
Oh, I got one from my good old mama this weekend. My mom, English was her second language, so she really does these malapropisms all the time. And so the GPS got screwed up, and my mom was trying to tell my dad how to go, and she goes, Bob, you got to make a right on perimeter. And I go, parameter?
Yeah. My nephew would say Lucky Naga for La Cienega.
Parameter? Perimeter?
Lucky Naga? I'm sorry. You don't seem
Both
impressed
things
with that
totally
one.
acceptable.
I just think that's tougher than parameter. She also went,
that's true. That's true.
she was reading a sign. There's a place in Boston called Finagle a Bagel, and my mom's reading the sign, and it looks like she's really struggling. I'm like, what's going on up there, Suze? And she goes, I think they got a little carried away with the name Finagali a Bagel. I'm like, it's Finagle.
I got in a fight with someone once who swore that Erewhon spelled backwards was nowhere.
It is.
It isn't. Oh, sorry. For people like you, it is.
Because I'm dyslexic.
Yeah, a pumpkin. It's not.
It's not.
No.
I never went and did it. I
I guess I never thought about that. For some people, it is nowhere. Maybe I should stop being a dick about it.
No. Do it. Someone do it.
WHON. It's not.
Oh
but
yeah,
whatever.
the H in the thing has to be reversed.
Yeah.
What does Erewhon mean? Someone's got to know.
Nah.
Joe Schmo, you must know.
What's the Virgin Atlantic? What's his name?
Richard Branson.
Richard Branson
Sir.
is like, Sir Richard Branson, like really, really dyslexic. So much so that before he told anybody, there's stories of him like getting reports and like kind of freaking out in meetings, being like, what in the are you guys doing to my company? They're like, dude, we're killing it. What are you talking about? And he was reading reports incorrectly and mixing up numbers and shit and thinking that like things weren't as great as they were. And so he was finally like, I got dyslexia really bad. I need someone to like translate or whatever. And now he's fine.
Well,
Not fine, but like,
But he has someone.
yeah, he's a fucking bajillionaire.
That cures everything. I've
Yeah,
heard.
it really
yeah,
does.
totally.
Yeah.
It is
I'll tell you one day.
But what
Still
if?
dyslexic, but I don't care because I'm drunk on my own island.
Yeah.
Someone get me an umbrella.
What if? What if someone was like, did all the artwork, did all the thing, got the name, paid for the corporation, and they're like, Erewhon, what does that mean? They're like, it's nowhere spelled backwards, and they're like, bro, no, it's not. And they're like, it's too late. I can't go back. Because they were
that's
dyslexic.
how Oprah got her name, because they misspelt it. It's supposed to be Orpha from the Bible, but they reversed the letters, and now she's Oprah. And
way
Oprah,
better.
spelled backwards, is Harpo, and Harpo is the guy that she was married to in The Color.
Oh, let me add something to this. Did
Please
you know
do.
that? Do you know that
Sure.
Alex Baskin
Yes.
is of Baskin Robbins?
What?
Yeah. And his production company is called 32 Flavors.
Talk about the rich getting richer.
So it is 31 flavors.
It's 31 flavors.
See, because the other day, last night, you said 32 flavors, and I was like, isn't it 31 flavors? And you guys kind of kept talking, and then you said, what? And as in that moment, I was like, maybe it's not 31. Maybe it's 32. I couldn't remember. And
I
that's
did not
why I
bring
was
this
like,
up to
oh,
you.
No.
nothing.
Like, I wouldn't have brought this up if I knew it was going to put you in an awkward position.
Thank you, because you support women. And Mike hates all
Believe
women.
all women.
No, the reason I said 32 is because there's an Ani DeFranco song where she says, I'm 32 flavors. And then the name of the song is 32 flavors.
Yeah, no, I saw it at the Love Fair.
I know, you can always rub it in.
But also, he ruins everything. So there's that.
I ruin
Mike or Alex
everything.
Baskin? Okay.
Also, Mike.
Okay,
Just
anyway.
kidding, Mike, you make everything so
Wait,
nice.
something just happened to him. What happened? He sold his company.
I don't know. I didn't read the whole article. I just read the headline.
Rich getting richer and the poor getting drunker.
Yeah, well, that's all we have, and we need it. Okay. Kia M. Clean said, I've never felt so empathetic for a person on reality TV until this episode. I'm sure we've all experienced the frustration of being... You read this one. I said, stop me.
I just did.
You didn't. I saw it out of the corner of my eye. That's what you do when you're a trained professional. Peripheral vision.
A professional.
All That Glitters said, Amanda has always sat back when Kyle's getting chewed out and lets it happen.
Didn't read that one.
Oh, okay, yeah. And it's just true. And I know we've said it before, but it bears repeating.
Yeah, we talked about it in that last episode, I think,
Correct.
with us. It's just like throughout the years, this has always been the MO of her sitting back and letting somebody go after her husband. Wow.
Not cool, man. Meteor Wine said, a lie is the truth just waiting to be uncovered. Amanda was uncovered. Hashtag always team Kyle.
That's right.
Yeah.
He has been, from the jump.
You want to know something? We met Meteor because he chimed in because of my bashing of Kyle, I think. and that's so nice that my hatred for Kyle brought in something so lovely.
Yeah,
and my hatred of Jax brought us wine.
And for the record, I've never hated Kyle.
Well, if you hate somebody, maybe we'll get some more stuff.
Oh. Yeah, I don't like Jesse Lolly, but I don't hate. I don't want that energy around me.
Okay, fine. Don't get free stuff.
Okay. Anyway, Brian Power said in all caps, Amanda gave all of Bravo PTSD. And I want to say yes.
She did.
And I'm going to hope that my insurance will cover it because it's facts. Joe Schmo said, Kyle seems starved for affection, like he hasn't had a 20-second hug in a long time. And it's so true.
That he had to walk off just by a kiss from his wife of actually not that many years.
I know. I feel like their relationship was so torturous for all of us.
You could touch me right now and I would get a boner. Like that's not.
That's just you.
Honestly, same. But that's also because me and Lindsay haven't had sex since the late 1900s. Anyway, I had a point and I forgot it. Okay,
that's the citrus IPA.
Noreen Gardner said, please, Kyle saw what we saw, Amanda's smug face. Gaslighting is the wrong word. She's taking pleasure in his pain. And there's a word for that, and I can't think of what it is.
Asshole.
Yeah. Twat face. I think the gaslighting was
neither.
She's gaslighting all her friends, not necessarily Kyle.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Well, no, I was taking it as gaslighting him, like making him feel like he was the crazy one. Because that's what that is.
I was listening. This could be a million things. I thought that was in response to, I think, me saying she's been gaslighting all of us and her friends for this whole time.
Oh, then that's the wrong term of gaslighting.
Where's your belly button?
That's right where the button on my pants
Dude,
is.
we haven't
no
even
torso.
started. No. These are the comments for an episode we filmed yesterday. We haven't even started our episode that we have to film tonight.
Listen.
Oh my God.
What I want to say, though, was that, because my mom has always said short-waisted, I never knew what
Schadenfreude. Sorry. It's Schadenfreude. That's the word when you take pleasure in someone else's pain.
I think I'm also maybe short-waisted. Because my mom always said that, but I never really knew what it meant.
It means you have a short waist.
Well, because my belly button
descriptions in the
here's my belly button is right here.
Yeah, my belly button's very close to my nipples. There's just no torso. Yeah, just a little bitty. Mike is, how tall are you?
We're both short-waisted.
I know.
But I'm just short overall. I'm 5'4".
My inseam is 36 inches.
I don't know.
A normal person's inseam is probably like 28.
I only wear capris.
I only wear capris because normal pants are capris on me.
That's very funny.
It's so true. People literally used to come into my parents' store. They're like, we saw Courtney. She was in these cute capris. And I was like, they're not capris. They're like, yes, they were. And my was like, no,
Yes,
they're
they
not.
were.
Those are basketball player pants.
That's right. And then, by the way, every time I would walk into a new school, all of the sports people would come up to my mom and I, and we would all go, oh, no. I am not the droid you were looking for. Or what is that? Droid? I don't know. It's from one of those space movies. I've never seen it, though.
Oh,
Spaceballs.
Dude.
It's one of them. It's like Star Wars, Star Trek.
It's Star Wars. It's not like one of those. It's Star Wars.
Nerd alert.
I only know the highbrow references.
Just get more highbrow than Star Wars.
Totally. I'm a rom-com girl. What do you want from me?
Star Wars is rom-com. It's an incestual rom-com.
It's funny.
It's got funny parts.
You have funny parts. Just kidding. You have great parts.
Okay.
You're wasted.
MBD 1111 said, I just did a rewatch. You read this one? I'm sure. I just did a rewatch and Amanda consistently triangulates. No, you didn't read this.
I didn't do that one. That word was too big for me.
That's right. And it consistently reads like Kyle is losing it and holding back, saying exactly what is going on. I completely agree. I relate to holding back on info to not throw someone under the bus. I think maybe this is just one. I think maybe just maybe one day Kyle will spill it all. And I really hope he will. Could you imagine that? Where one day he just does a tell all?
Yes, but
Has he been on Nick Vile?
you guys.
Not yet.
Listen, I'm here for Kyle because I love characters and like he's the character I'm in on right now. But I don't think that like I think I'm not getting into it. Okay.
Good talk. Shannon Fall said, every time someone brings up a relationship possibility with Sierra to West, he sits there silently or makes a deflective joke. He doesn't even seem into it. And this is so true. And it's disgusting behavior. Fish and Gal said he never had any intention of pursuing an intimate relationship with Sierra. His silence was because he didn't know what to say when everyone was shipping them too, instead of nipping it in the bud. And then Gloria Baumstimler said he seems stunned. He also seems to not want the responsibility of a relationship with Sierra. So those are all together. And yes, and by the way, yes. Mary Ayaka Ken said, note to self. This one might be to Natalie. Note to self, don't have a cucumber jalapeno margarita at lunch. And then rage comment, still don't like Amanda, but sorry, Judy, about all the F-bombs. And I just thought it's funny because you're buzzed and she was buzzed doing comments.
And I where's Judy?
I know.
It's not all the bleeps are only for you, Judy. They're worth nothing to me without you.
That's right. Guys, we need merch that says sorry, Judy.
Yeah, if Judy's still here.
Okay. Well, listen, we have to do it for everyone else because we all are Judy now.
I feel like Fish and Gal has said sorry, Judy, a few times.
It's so great. So many people have. There was like a random comment a while ago. It said, quite frankly, they're both assholes. Sorry, Judy. And it was like a random handle that we never read, but it was great.
Now I want merch that says they're both assholes. Sorry, Judy. That's good
so
stuff.
Much merch. So much
merch. Okay. Demetria Day said, I have so much to say about this episode that I wish we could leave voice memos. And I was like, oh my God, that would be so cool.
I'm figuring it out because I want to set up a hotline, a show hotline.
Oh my God, that would be great. We could do it with the Google voice number.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Not a sponsor, but they could be. Cheryl Person said, who hugs and embrace. Oh, you read this one. Fish and Gal also said, bravo, renewed Summer House for another season. They didn't announce the cast, but they definitely are having another season. For those who are wondering, where does Summer House go? It goes for another season, which I love. Ingrid B1J said, Amanda talks about all of it on Tarek's podcast in June of 2025. Amanda says Kyle pays the SBA loan, rent, car, and all the bills. Amanda pays for her cell phone, apartment stuff, and food. She says she's technically not an employee. She doesn't do the graphic design, but signs off on the quote unquote big creative decisions. Short version, she has the financial life of a teenager, minus the homework, job attendance, and chores. Kyle has a baby. Her name is Amanda. That was very good.
That's it. Remember, I was saying something yesterday about like that's somebody in the comments like listed out like what she pays for. That's the comment.
Yep.
It's only 5 minutes old. It felt like it was years ago that I read that because time flies when you're having
a scamandal. Danielle Warren said, for all of his faults, and Lord knows we all have them, this episode broke my heart for Kyle. Great coverage of the episode. Thank you. And then Joe Schmo said, right? I cried. I wanted to hug him, and I can't imagine how lonely all of this has been for him.
He's going to get so much tail. Oh my God, yes. He's going to get so much tail.
NYC 1087 said, something I just thought of today. Amanda could have bought. Oh, you said this.
I did? I said nothing.
Mark did. Mark said this one. Nikita Maya Cody said, please go back in the earlier seasons. Kyle has mentioned these things in the past. You said that one too. Natalie Connell, you didn't read this one. Why did Natalie's letter to Kyle make me cry? Because it was so good.
I don't know.
And then I just have a cute picture of my cat Bee on my new sheets. She's loves a fresh sheet.
Prepare.
There were so many people that were like, brava, that letter was pitch perfect. And it was 10 out of 10, no notes.
They did. They liked it.
I don't think I have any that you guys didn't read.
No, for realsies?
Probably.
Okay, let's give it a try.
J. True says, I think Amanda is the third Marge Simpson sister, the one with the long cigarette ash, leave their face on the pillow, and sounds like an 87-year-old war vet. I like it.
Yeah, me too.
Joe Schmo says, is Carl wearing a skin suit? He's uncomfortable.
The skin suit.
Where? When?
Was it skin suit? That's what you guys say that, what's her name? Sabrina or Skinwalker? Skin
Sabrina.
suit?
No,
Are they
Skinwalker. Sabrina is gonna like skin you alive
And wear you
and
like
then
last season's
wear your
Versace.
skin, like wear you and walk around, like because Sabrina is.
Listen, I think that Joe Schmo is just picking up on Carl's like cyclist spot.
It's a runner. Don't put him with us.
Owning the mic said Amanda left her husband to date Kyle 0.05. That's good. This is a fun one because I really don't know. Jackie says his podcast is awful. And what I think she meant was this podcast is awful.
Probably his. Carl's. Probably
Yeah,
Carl's.
I was going to go with Carl's.
Carl's.
That
This
was.
one's great.
Maybe it was Carl's because I don't know what we were talking about. The moment that Jackie felt like I'm going to bop in right now and beep, boop, bop.
Jackie, if you're still here, let us know if you think our podcast is awful or Carl's
Don't
is.
let us know.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll find out.
like the
If we
engagement.
never hear from Jackie again, it was this podcast because she never heard this comment.
Jackie, come on. It was so
Thanks
fun.
for the engagement.
Shannon Paul says, I bet this is the first time Mike has wished to be a sparkly streamer.
It is. It is, and I'm still wishing.
Shannon also says, Wes couldn't shove those chips and salsa in his mouth fast enough when Kyle made the trying to sleep with my wife comment. I thought he was going to choke. Camille Proper says, Amanda really has been orchestrating a Gone Girl level psyop for a while.
Thank you. A few people liked my Gone Girl reference.
I'm sure I will like it. The moment I see that movie,
It really hits. You should really
lick
see
it.
that movie.
I'm
It's
going
good
to.
for many reasons. Mr. Ben is hung like a Sicilian grape squasher. Who doesn't like it? I like it.
I'm going to.
You're
It's probably a
going.
fake dong.
No, it's not. It's his real dog.
I doubt it.
Listen, there's a reason Jen keeps coming back.
Sugar Shay says she is as useful as a 7-year-old child. West is not ready to be a father. Is there a baby coming?
No, Amanda.
Amanda. He's not ready to take care of Amanda, the 7-year-old child. Do you want another beer? Or no? Oh, you
I can
still
get my
got
beer.
some more. Great.
The DoorDash guy brings me my beers. Thank you so much.
Mm.
Hashtag free sponsor. What does he say?
Hey, wait.
Hashtag free ad.
Your
Yeah,
shirt
he does
matches
this.
your brewski.
It was a plan. So much has been planned.
I plan to go to work at some point tomorrow.
Cheryl Reed says, Sarah, put some clothes on for sake.
Okay, Cheryl, I got to disagree
Yeah, I
with
was
you
going to
on
say,
that
Cheryl, even
one.
I got to disagree,
Just,
and I'm
can we-
straight.
Yeah, please.
Jesus.
Mm.
Jesus would like her to put some clothes on too.
I don't
No, he
even
would
think
not.
Jesus
I
would
think
be like,
Jesus is like,
listen,
I made that.
I'm
and
talking to
the
these
Lord
prostitutes
can
over
do
here. I don't have time to tell Sierra
You
that.
already
So
had Mary
leave her be.
Magdalene. You did not need any other.
Didn't he chill
clues.
with prostitutes and like gamblers?
That's what I'm saying.
Yes, and the
That's what I'm
lepers.
saying. Only the best people. I'm just kidding, Jesus. I'm maybe taking that out. That's horrible.
Why? Trumpy left it in.
That's what.
That's one of my
That's what I'm saying.
favorite.
Jesus wants nothing to do with your Trumpiness, okay?
Whatever.
That's Shane's favorite impersonation of mine. The
What?
chocolate cake. The jumpy
I know.
chocolate
I
cake.
literally still have that video saved.
It's a good one.
And I have no iCloud storage left. So imagine how much I love it if I saved
That's right.
yet another video. Okay, that's all I got.
Okay, like, subscribe, hype, tell a friend. We got to go do the Valley.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Okay, I'm loving you. Bye.
Did you say I'm loving you?
Girl. So fucked.
This is my favorite episode we've done in so long.
We haven't even done
hold on.
it.
Look, I know. This is really sad. Okay, hold on.
Matt needs a shrimp.
Little story about that third beer I had. I think it was the culprit behind me forgetting to plug the hard drive back in and not realizing it until part 1 of the Valley was over. Don't drink and pod.